My sweet and beautiful Libras, this is your horoscope for December 2024, and December will welcome us with new moon in your third house. They are happening at 9 degrees, meaning those of you who are born 2nd of October will be affected, plus or minus 5 days will be affected the most. Now, this new moon is about new energy, right? It's about new story, new people in your life, and it's in your immediate surrounding house. Third house is all those people that we talk daily, whether it's your neighbor, whether it's your colleagues or your relatives, your siblings also. And there is new energy there. It might be some news coming up from your siblings or from your close relatives or from neighbors. Something is changing there, something new is happening there. And or it might be about some contract, because third house is about communication, is about some deals and thoughts, ideas. There might be some idea bubbling up around 1st of December, and especially around your work. It might be your colleagues will be making some surprise, something that you wished for, but that you are not necessarily prepared for, but then you wish for, could be served and delivered, especially related to some new projects, related to languages could be, or you might actually yourself take up learning some new language, some courses, to take up some courses like AI, for example, or coding, whatever is that courses, or drawing something. And it will be something that you wished for a long time. And there will be opportunity to start those short trainings, let's say short-term trainings, like getting new skills, because third house is all about our skills, and especially those that we do with hands as well, like cooking, for example, or creating something using our hands. Now it's also driving. Third house is about driving. Some of you guys might start driving course, for example, or might literally start driving a car. If you haven't driven a car for a long time, then this new moon will have this energy to bring you to the driver's seat, my dear Libras. Now, because it's a circle of friends, your surroundings, there is new energy. There might be new friend coming into your life, or new person that you're gonna meet coming into your life and gonna impress you also. Now, you know, because Mars also in your friendship house, in your 11th house, and supporting that new moon, that person might stay for a long time in your life, my dear Libras. 7th of December, one of the big days of December, Mars will be retrograding until 24th of February. Pretty much 2 months, retrograding meaning slowing down. It's ineffective, it's more slow, so it's not helpful. And Mars, affects us directly, like in our lives, like with events, with people. All the personal planets do affect us directly, like Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and Mercury. And guess what? All of them will go retrograde until mid-April 2025, one by one. Meaning, universe is telling us to stop, to pause, to reflect, a little bit slow down. There might be some events will be happening on a world level as well that will make us all to stop and pause, that will make us to redirect our actions and a little bit regroup, to think where we want to move, actually, which direction in life. And these 4 months will be perfect for us to also prepare. If you are trying to open a new project or business, something new in your life, do it after April 2025 or in summer, because those 4 months will be slow. Now, I will talk a lot about this in your yearly horoscope for 2025, and stay tuned for this predictions. But let's come back to Mars here in December, which is going retrograde. And don't forget to check your rising sign, moon sign too. Now, you should check all your 3 signs to compare which one influencing you the strongest. Usually it's a rising sign, but not necessarily. For some people it might be sun sign, for some people it might be moon sign. So make sure to check all 3. Now, Mars retrograding, Mars is a planet of passion. It's a planet of activities and drive, and it's a planet of confidence. It's exactly in your 11th house, which is driving your wishes for your future, for plans for your, dreams, like envisioning your future. Seems like there's a lot of activities related to your future plans. There's a lot of ideas that you want to be doing in the future, like picturing yourself doing those things. And but Mars rules your 7th house, house of partnerships, and it seems like you might be thinking a lot about collaborations with whom you would like to work with in the future. As an example, whether it's a brand, whether it's a companies, or with someone else, like your friends, could be, because Mars is retrograding in your 11th house, and 11th house is about friendships, a lot of friendships. Like there is like could be a lot of also activities around your friendships. Now, because it's retrograding, slowing down until end of February almost, so for 2 months of the beginning of 2025 and December including, for 3 months, it might be that your old friendships might be coming back, or you might be hearing some information, not necessarily contacting, but then it also a possibility, but then hearing something new about your friends and like old friendship circles. Or you might be joining back some friendship clubs, let's say joining back to gym and seeing those friends that you've been before, like people and as a group of social group. Or you might be joining back some, I don't know, dance classes as an example, or yoga classes, I don't know, going back to some sort of circle could be happening until end of February. Now, 7th of December, we have your ruler and lover of Mars, planet of love and beauty, Venus, going into your 5th house. This is amazing placement to have Venus, because 5th house is all about love. It's all about romance. It's all about dating. You will have amazing time to meet someone special here. And plus, when Venus goes into your 5th house, it meets up right immediately with Pluto. Now, Pluto is planet of transformations. And, Venus and Pluto, they met already in your 5th house back in February 2024. So back in the beginning of this year, you might have met someone who caught your attention, who you memorized, and you just, let's say, saw one time. Or you could like actually spoke to that person and met, but then nothing happened back then, but you liked kind of that person, as an example, or you had an interest. But now when in December, like 7th of December, these two meet again, you might meet that person again. That person might come back into your life. Seems like, if whole this year, nothing was happening, and now when these two again meet, that person might finally be there too to meet you again. And, just so you know that this person seems like has a lot of money, because Pluto is a money planet. Or if it's not like money, then it's sort of a presence, sort of a character, like demanding, bossy type of character. So take good care on that, not to unite with someone who will be oppressive. Because with Pluto type of person, it's very hard to agree on something, negotiate. It's either their way or no way. So you remember. Now, keep the balance, my dear Libras. You are always trying to keep the balance, and this time it will be also hard to hit the balance, but that's what is needed here. That's what is required here. Now, anyhow, it could be a person, because it's happening in your love house. Sparks could be there again between you and that person. Or if you say it's not about love, it could be about business, because, Venus is a money planet also, not only beauty and love. Pluto is a big money planet. Now, these two money planets meeting in your business house, there could be some creative idea spark. Or you might start something special that will bring you money. Or you might start sort of a collaboration, or you might get offered some sort of collaboration. Or there might be a business idea. could be. But you know, because Mercury is retrograding still until 15th of December, I wouldn't advise you to register any business. Better to do it in January. um Now, as I said, it could be about business too, or it could be about your children, because fifth house is all about our children. And here it seems like you might need invest into your children, whether it's about their education or whether it's about their extra courses, whether there is something at school, college, something will be there that you need to pay attention, you know, around your kids. It could be that too. Now, this day is very special one, so I'm very interested. Please let me know what was happening there around 7th of December. Now, 8th of December, Neptune going direct in your sixth house. Neptune is a slow moving planet. They affect us more on subconscious level, more like a tape, you know, playing all the time in the background, like a noise, popping up time to time in our head about some topic, about some area of your life. And for you guys, it's about your job. It's about your daily routine, what you do from morning to evening. It's about your health for some of you, your well-being as well. And it seems like since July, since Neptune went retrograde, slow down. You know, if you're interested about this Neptune retrograde in your sixth house, go back to your July forecast on my horoscope on my YouTube channel, and if you're interested, then you might get more details. But here, I would like to say that it's going now finally direct, and all those 5 months, if you like, there was a lot of thoughts time to time in your head about your routine, how to diversify it, how to make it different, how to, I don't know, to change it. And also about your work, you know, some parts of your work, some, I don't know, shades of your work you would want to change, or something to revolutionize there, or something like was, you know, bugging you. And now when Neptune goes direct, it might finally make the picture more clear. Finally, you might start seeing some progress and taking up some steps on what you've been thinking regarding your work, regarding your daily routine, and also your health. If something was hanging on since um, July, then those things will move forward regarding in this area. For example, you've got some health issue going on, some story about your health since July, and when Neptune goes direct, it will clear out, you know, either with the diagnosis, either with the medications, whatever is that related. When Neptune goes direct, it will give you more answers. 15th of December will be another important day. We have full moon happening there in your ninth house, house of foreign lands and foreign people. Now, full moons are all about conclusion or about the spotlight onto some situation or people. Now, it's happening at 23 degrees, meaning those of you who are born 16th of October, plus or minus 5 days, will be affected the most with this full moon. And you know, here something won't be so much clear because Neptune will be strong at this full moon, and Neptune is known to be connected to everything unclear, you know, because it's connected to fog, and whatever it touches, it makes it zero visibility, zero understanding. So some things will be missing or not understandable there, some situation or some person. If there was a person who is with a foreign background in your life, it might be that their story is ending in your life, especially within your work situation, like your colleague. For example, they are moving somewhere. Let's say they are moving somewhere abroad, one of your colleagues, and you're saying goodbye to them, as an example. Or your manager is moving somewhere, or maybe getting promoted somewhere, also some other, I don't know, department or company, or some other office which is located in another country. Then you again saying also goodbye here. Now, ninth house is also about education. For those of you who are studying, it could be also the end of some courses, some degree, acquiring some degree, something which will be, but you know, you will have sort of a confusion where to start about like your employment journey, where to find this work and all the stuff because Neptune is exactly in your work house. Now, a full moon in ninth house is also, putting your attention to some legal cases. If that's your case, if you are in a legal battle, like a lawsuit or litigation, full moon comes and usually it should clear out, some details. But because Neptune is there, again, some things will not be 100% understandable, reasonable, or clear. There could be some confusion happening around that case, but still the result might be coming up. And not necessarily clear, but there could be a resolution served, with this full moon in your ninth house. Now, ninth house is also about all these foreign affairs. As I said, like documents, visas, to immigration, to travel also. And here again, if you've been waiting for some documents, if you've been applying to some documents that is related to your citizenship, let's say passport or residence permits, like permanent permits, for example, or even just visas, this full moon comes in, also shows you the result here. And it might require some paperwork, a little bit sort of something which will be required so that you will need to close that issue. Now, and if it's about work, then it could be actually like, let's say, foreign client finally paying you off and saying goodbye, as an example. Something related to foreign projects are finishing here. Now, 15th of December, we also have Mercury going direct in your third house. Finally, Mercury is a planet of this signing contracts. It's a paperwork planet. It's a planet of ideas, commerce, and trade. And it's in your third house. This was a bit of a hard retrograde because Mercury rules third house. And it's all about, buying electronic stuff also. Communication. All things might have been messy while Mercury was retrograding, like signing contracts, some details were missing, or you've been missing your flight, let's say, for one or another reason, or there was some wrong booking details, could have been, or meetings got cancelled, postponed, or rescheduled. I don't know. Something was going on there, during Mercury retrograde, but 15th of December, it goes direct. And finally, after 15th of December, you might finally start signing papers, buying electronic stuff, and all things related to transportation as well, like buying or selling it. Actually, during Mercury retrograde, it was great to sell your transport, for example. But when it goes direct, you might also have a good chance of selling it too. Like those things might move forward. The third house is also about short-term courses or trainings. You might take up like some training or just sign up because it's the end of the year and just signing up that to start those courses in January. Or it also about short distance travels. It could be happening that you are traveling somewhere for a Christmas Eve, as an example, for Christmas night, and it could be that you will be planning around 15th of December. I would just suggest you to avoid exactly 15th of December because Mercury is a bit, naughty when it comes to the day it goes direct and the day it goes retrograde. Exactly those days are critical ones. So don't do anything out of those things that I told you. Exactly on 15th of December. At least do it on 16th of December. And lastly, I would like to tell you about amazing new moon happening in your fourth house. Now, new moon is all about new energy, and it's happening almost at New Year's Eve, but 30th of December at 9 degrees, meaning those of you who are born 2nd of October will be affected the most. This is about new energy, new story, and this new moon is so amazing one. It's a sugar sweet one. Saturn will support this new moon from your house of work and health and well-being. Now, because it's happening in your fourth house, it could be a new member to your family given birth, as an example, or someone new coming into your family, not only by birth, but it could be that you're a sister or brother is getting married, or someone in your family getting married, and your family is getting bigger because it's a new moon, it's a new energy there. Someone is joining your family. This is amazing one. And also because it's a fourth house, it's also about real estate, and it could be related to your real estate. You might buy as a gift for yourself an apartment, or like a house, or as an investment, some sort of real estate, and as a New Year's gift. And in general, this new moon is such a gift from universe, like such a great goodbye from 2024 saying to us, and amazing start for our 2025. Set the intentions. Now, fourth house is also about mother, and it could be some story related to your mother. For example, she's changing her job or her work, or her health issues might get improved, as an example, because it's in your sixth house. A Saturn that is supporting your mother, let's say, which is in your sixth house. It could be related to your health, either her work, and either, like, actually some Libras might find out that they need to relocate, let's say to move the apartment, or to go somewhere because of work, to travel somewhere because of work, to immigrate. And it's amazing opportunity. Take that opportunity. It's a golden one. Now, this was your horoscope for December, my dear lovely Libras. Wish you amazing holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Love you all. Bye bye.